The next question is question number 104. It was asked by Ms. N.S. Du Plessis, and it relates to the National Development Plan goal. If we can have your response, please, Minister.
Thank you so much, Chair. The department has established centers of specialization program, which is suitable to implement the industry-oriented high-quality vocational education and training in line with the regional and international standards. In developing these centers, the department have been working with the international partners like BRIC countries, German Development Agency, Japan International Cooperation Agency, and a number of local industry associations. And this program has been recognized by international labor organizations as good practice in apprenticeship and artisan development. The department has invested 238 million to upgrade infrastructure at these centers. Remember, these centers were working in partnership with German Development Agency and Japan Development Agency private companies. And through BRICS, the department assisted by India developed what is known as Gandhi Mandela Center of Specialization for priority trades at Tshwane South TVET College, and the number of trade test centers at TVET colleges have also increased to 35 by the end of 2023, and these trade test centers have tested trades of 790 artisans, of which 700 have qualified as artisans. In partnership again with our sector education and training authorities, we have also built 17 skills centers in support of local economy, as well as the district development model. We have a number of skills development centers already built in various provinces: KwaZulu-Natal, Western Cape, Eastern Cape, Free State, Limpopo, and Mpumalanga. There is a number of those training centers. And we also have 7 planned skills development centers in KwaZulu-Natal, Eastern Cape. Those are the provinces that have those planned skills development centers as we moved forward trying to change the shape and size of our PSET system. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. Honourable Du Plessis, would you like to ask a follow-up question?
Thank you, Chair. Honourable Minister, you mentioned 709 artisans. When were these people trained? Is this the only amount throughout the past 20 to 30 years, or is this for this year? I also appreciate the fact that these centres have been built or reported to have been built. However, there is no visible impact of them. And I'd just like to find out if there are any, if there is any genuine impact other than 709 artisans trained in an undefined period of time. Thank you.
Thank you, Honourable Du Plessis. Minister, over to you.
Yes, Honourable Du Plessis. What is it? I'm so sorry. Yes, there is an impact. It's just that for now, one doesn't have a breakdown of from these 790 where they placed, because we have a program which is then responding to the trained artisans of work integrated learning programs as well as placement program. So if maybe the honourable members would want us to provide that breakdown, we are then going to send it. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. The next opportunity will pass to the Honourable Baines, who I believe has joined us virtually. Honourable Baines. Second and final call for Honourable Baines. I think we can safely move on. The next opportunity will then go to Honourable Chirwa Mpongosi.
Thank you so much, Minister. Our question is to find out what the Minister is doing to ensure that all tertiary institutions, especially and including those with campuses that are based in townships and rural areas, are empowered infrastructurally to be capacitated to offering a variety of sporting codes, as is the case in previously whites-only tertiary institutions. Please kindly include and cover TVETs in your response, Minister. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honourable Member. Minister?
Thank you so much for the question, Honourable Mpungose. Because we took an oath to say what we are going to raise before the members and for consumption by the public, we need to be honest. There is a gap in terms of infrastructure development as far as sport or sporting codes or sporting infrastructure is concerned, in particular in rural and townships. However, the department is in a process of trying to close that gap. We had a session as part of a stakeholder engagement by the minister in her 100 days. It is one of the issues that was sharply raised by stakeholders to say, when you look at the nature of our TVET colleges, in particular those in townships and rural communities, they do not have sport facilities. Even when you look at the entire infrastructure of the teaching and learning environment, it is quite different. And we took a decision that this is going to be our focus for this term of office as the department. However, we then instructed the officials to just conduct a sort of an audit or a study to get so that we get to understand the infrastructure that we have in our institutions of higher learning, in particular in rural and townships. So they are still working on that. We're hoping that it is going to give us a guide to say this is where we need to focus as we expand our PSET system as far as infrastructure development is concerned. You know, your point has been noted. We are going to look at it as we move forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. Honourable Brett, your turn for a follow-up.
Thank you, Chairperson. Honourable Minister, speaking of higher education facilities, and specifically I want to go to traditionally tertiary institutions. We've just had in August the 2024 Shanghai ranking, and the only of our 26 tertiary institutions that have managed to improve was the University of Johannesburg, and only 2 of our universities are ranked in the top 500 tertiary institutions globally. So my question would be this, Honourable Minister: how are you going to ensure, and I hear that you are planning to focus on sporting stadiums, and that's good, but I'm not getting a clear plan as to what are we going to do to ensure that not only our tertiary institutions, but these centres of higher learning where artisans are trained is actually really internationally recognised and is improved and is seen by the world as leading in their fields. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honourable Brett. Minister, your response, please.
Thank you for the question. This is the challenge that we are facing currently as the sector. However, we are focusing on innovation and creativity as well as technology. There is a good story that we can share, which is happening in Vembe TVET College, of which we believe that we can as well benchmark that to other traditional tertiary institutions, in particular our TVET colleges, as well as our community education centers. We understand that there are gaps. We also decided to take this to the attention of Human Resource Development Committee so that it is going to look at it and see how best can we turn around those institutions, both our cities as well as TVET colleges, because we can see that whatever we produce, we cannot compete with other institutions globally. However, with the World Skills program or competition that we attend to, or we also participate in as South Africa, we are hoping that there will be some changes. However, what we have said is that we need to maybe benchmark from China and India because they are close by and they are part of BRICS to see what is it that they are doing, because they compete at the global level and they also win in those competitions. But when it comes to us as South Africa, we are lagging behind. But we are hoping with time, because we have clear strategies on how best can we turn around our PSET system broadly as far as innovation, technology, and creativity is concerned. Which curriculum review is going to be part of those programs that we are going to bring on board in turning around our PSET system. We are hoping we are going to get it right with no time.
Thank you, Minister. Can we try the Honourable Baines again? Honourable Baines, have you managed to reconnect? We appear not to have a connection. We can then move on, Minister. If you are happy, we can move to question number 115,